All right. So today we're going to be looking at 12 cards from our collection that were big gainers over the last 12 months. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about why we targeted them to hold either for our PC or for investing. And then just some common themes and some fun facts along the way. So let's dive in. First theme, Charizard. Collecting Charizard cards is always a good idea. My view is the more rare, the better, as well as obviously chase cards being scarce for a lot of the sets, as well as the art. So this one is definitely not an art one, but it is a promo one, and it is an exclusive promo one, the staff promo. So that raw now is about 560, but 810 a year ago. PSA 10 peaked and is very near 2300, so that is a huge gainer. We actually got this card raw at a show, and then it got a 10 and has just been going up ever since. So one of our great gets as a vendor at a show. What was Louis looking for in this card? Okay, boom, right again, Charizard. So 151, obviously everyone knows it has had a big run up recently, but it's kind of been running up over the last year. These nice cup and handle styles, and here it is raw, 425. PSA 10 was 670 a year ago, and now it's up near 1800, 1900. So that's another huge gain and another Charizard card. Some people love the art, some people just love Charizard, but there it is. What was Louis looking for in this card? Kind of beating a dead horse here. Charizard again, base set from 1999. However, I want to introduce another theme, which is vintage cards. Vintage cards are starting to get some love over the last year, and I think they're just going to get more love, and the pop is very different, especially PSA 8s and higher in vintage. Modern populations are just so much higher, so when you're looking at this PSA 8 Charizard, look, it was 421. Now it's up near 1300. So, and unlike those other cards that have kind of like this explosive cup growth, this is not linear but much closer. So I just kind of expect this to just keep doing this. And it's base set Charizard, so we love it. What was Louis looking for in this card? Alright, finally not a Charizard, but here's another theme, Pikachu. This one actually, art is pretty darn cool. You get kind of red or ash for old millennials like me, but here's this Pikachu Pokeball, and it's Cosmic Eclipse, so Sun and Moon era also has been doing well. That's kind of another era we like to target, but PSA 10 was 340, now it's over 1,000, so big gainer, another one that's more linear. The older you get, the more likely you're going to have this linear stuff. What was Louis looking for in this card? Here we go, Gengar. You knew Gengar was coming, but also kind of team up, Sun and Moon era again. The art is, I think it's sweet. I like this combo. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so I like purple and gold, but yes. Look at that. Has not even reached its all-time high yet, again, 1,200, but it was 420, right about to take off, though. Look at that. Then it just went boom. Kind of a regression. I expect it to just kind of keep going. And low pop, these team cards were low pop. That's why they run up there so high, but still up like, you know, $800 over a year. Everyone will take that on a card. What was Louis looking for in this card? Okay, here's kind of another theme, which is targeting upcoming releases. The moment there were kind of rumors of a Rayquaza set coming out, which may or may not even be fully confirmed yet, but it'll happen. Hope probably this year. But we picked up a couple Rayquaza cards that were lower pop. Once again, Sun and Moon era. See, I think this artwork is sick, so I call that an artwork play. And then here it is, 200 up to almost 1,000. Awesome card, awesome era, awesome art. It just checks multiple boxes, so we liked it. What was Louis looking for in this card? Okay, another Gengar, and another old school, and another exclusive. So this checks 3 boxes, right? It's exclusive, first edition, it's old school, and it's Gengar. If this had been holo, this card would be insane. It still is, but the fact that it was a non-holo variant kind of prevented it from going nuts. But look at this growth. 150 for, and we have a PSA 8 of this. So all those other ones were PSA 10s, but to clarify, this is PSA 8. So almost up to 600 or over 600, so like a 4xer. So nice. Pretty linear too, right? Not the big room volatility stuff, but what was Louis looking for in this card? Another Gengar. This is, and we will call it quote unquote, playing the pipe Gengar. It's a little sketchy, but we like it. So that, it's a stoner play. But it's also a Gengar play. It's also what I'm coming, like, I don't know what to call it. It's coming up on like a Sword and Shield era play, I guess. But some of these trainer galleries, so like think Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin. What else is in that area? Because like Fusion Strike, and Evolving Skies have already popped off, but I think the next couple pop-offs will be Lost Origin and Brilliant Stars. But yeah, so a lot of Gengar and friends, quote-unquote, playing the flute. They're chilling. They're having a good time. 150. I grabbed 3 of these. I wish I'd grabbed 30 because it was just like you knew it was coming. And there it is. It's just kind of running up, so could probably dip a bit if you're looking. These are the times you want to enter, right? When you see that downward slope level off, that nice level of resistance. You saw it there for a while. Here's there. I'd expect it again, but you never know. What was Louis looking for in this card? Okay, cool. So yeah, oh yeah, Crown Zenith, that's another one from that era, kind of 151, even more modern, but 2022, 2023 sets. This is also, though, paired with that Charizard card, so the inverse is from the Charizard UPC, so I think that creates value, the fact that it's kind of like a sister card to another sweet card, which this is, right? This is a sweet card. It's Mewtwo as well. Has Charizard in the background. It's Crown Zenith, so there's multiple boxes we're checking. 220 and a PSA 10, and now we've kind of returned to the all-time high at 500, so awesome card. Wish I had more. Basically can say that about everything. What was Louis looking for in this card? Here's another Pikachu, and then here's another Lost Origin. These Lost Origin Trainer Gallery cards are sweet. If you haven't looked at them, I use a collector app because you can sort by the pack. I pull up Lost Origin and just check out how deep this set is. It's awesome. I wish I had a booster box, but here it is. Very cool art, Sleepy Pikachu. Pokeballs in the foreground, and it's Lost Origin, it's yellow border. And there it is, 140 to 520. So I like all 3 of these Pikachu trainer galleries, but I think this one had the biggest change over the last 12 months. What was Louis looking for in this card? Okay, so back to another couple themes. One, upcoming set, right? Chaos Rising, had been rumored Ninja Spinner for a long time now, Greninja set, and so picked up a couple mid-end, not the chase cards, but some Greninjas, and this one was a easy pickup for us because it was a promo. So we love promo cards, the art is cool. I'm not a Greninja guy, but yeah, it's a sweet looking art, and look at the card, 145 up to 520, hasn't even, well, not quite 520 yet, but hasn't reached and returned to the all-time high. Hopefully you'll get a nice FOMO play when Greninja set actually drops, which is coming up soon. I think the pre-orders have already been up on Pokemon Center, so this, I'm looking forward to surpassing that 520 mark. What was Louis looking for in this card? Alright, had to end it with one more Charizard. This one is a Shadowless, and the graph is of a Shadowless PSA 5. So not first edition, but just Shadowless PSA 5. First of all, these cards look so cool in person. We'll have to show you here some in the video how sweet it looks. We picked this up raw as well when we were vending at a show, and then I graded it, and it was about worth somewhere in here like 1,000. But now all-time high is near 1,800, so it checks the boxes. You already know what I'm going to say. Vintage, scarcity because it's Shadowless, and then Charizard. So what was Louis looking for in this card? That's kind of like what we have been using to target cards. Just wanted to share some of the insights we follow. It's pretty easy. We just go after good art, cool, popular Pokemon, as well as things with promos, and then certain sets and eras that either we feel are underappreciated or didn't have much volume, so there's scarcity, or their gem rate on the PSA 10s are poor, like look at Obsidian Flames, for example. But yeah, that's kind of what we target. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any other questions or want us to cover some other cards, just let us know.